It's the Social Drinkers Podcast.
Right. Okay.
Hi guys, welcome to the Social Drinkers Podcast. I'm Chon.
I'm Sean P.
And our special guest is
Homestead Slim.
He's family, y'all. He's family.
We've done a bunch of talking. I'm very comfortable with this young man.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
He's pretty dope. He's pretty
Yes,
dope.
yes. Tell us how you got your name Homestead Slim. That's what we're going to open up with.
It's okay. I had to go do a vacation.
Okay.
I was on vacation, and I was studying the religion Muslim, and I had an old guy. He was probably 65, 66 years old. He's a very calm guy, and he was, we would learn to pray to the east and five times a day, and we would, to protect our space, we would grab a collection of shoes and spread them around us to where we would be able to, have our little space, because during that time we don't want anybody interfering in our space and our pathway to, our makeup. Right. And it was a few guys who would come through and kind of disrespect our circle, maybe kick our shoes or say certain things while we would.
Non-Muslim, white, black.
White. And at this time, ISIS was real bad, and they was basically comparing what we was doing to that.
Right.
My teacher, he would also say, Jerry, that's not what we do. That's not who we are. But one time, and then 2 times, 3 times, I was to the point where, let me handle this today.
Right.
While you're on vacation, you have to be very quiet, and you have to ask someone to be able to take care of your business, because like any activity like that could just shut down the whole system. And with that system, it's a lot of things coming in, and they don't need it shut down. So it's going to be pretty hard on you if you shut that down and stop the money from flowing through the system.
Right.
With that being said, so I asked the leaders for each one that I needed to talk to the guy that was actually disrespecting our circle. Make the long story short, I put these hands on him.
He needed it. Disrespect.
I put these hands on him, and they was like, "Well, who was back there? Who was back there doing that?" And I was a quiet guy. Over my 24 months, I read 156 books over that time. So I was to myself. Yeah, I read the Bible twice, and I read the Quran like twice, also as well.
Exactly.
And they was like, "Well, who was it? The slim guy? The slim guy? What slim guy? The dude that's from Homestead? Homestead."
Yeah,
so I put the two together and Homestead Slim.
Oh man, and that's followed you into your lucrative career.
Yeah, it did.
My God, that's so awesome. Thank you. Tell us something about your career and how you got into tell the people what you do first of all.
First of all, I'm a young black entrepreneur. I told myself when I was down that I didn't want to come home and work for anyone. I have 2 sons. Okay. And during my time that I was, trying to live my life right, a lot of doors would be slammed in my face. A lot of doors. I go ask these people for jobs, and they would look at my record, and that's something I might be overqualified. I did go to college. I did go to Texas Southern University for a year. Played basketball for Texas Southern for a year. Awesome. Some would look at my resume and wouldn't give me the job that I felt like I was qualified for. And I just made a conscious decision to say I didn't want my children to ever have to go ask anybody for a job, and then I would create one myself. So with that being said, I ended up going down for a case. It was crazy. We'll get into that a little later.
Right.
If you know, like to know.
Oh yeah. We want to know everything about you.
And with that being said, I was able to come up. I was in the corner again, and my partner asked me a question. He was like, if you're a hip-hop guy, then let me ask you a question. We in the lunch line or whatever. And I was like, man, I'm a hip-hop. You can't beat me on hip-hop. And he was like, so what's the record label to Salt and Pepper? And I was like, Next Plateau. He said, man, you a hip-hop guy for real, man. You a hip-hop guy for real,
You didn't think twice. You just...
I knew it. I mean, I studied.
Absolutely.
And with that being said, what I'm saying, I was like, I want to do something for the hip-hop community once I come home. At that time, I was an inspiring artist, a struggling artist, and I would go to 97.9 The Box. I would give the DJs maybe $1,500, $2,000 to play my record. They would play my record at 2:00 in the morning, then they would cut it in half, things like that. So I came up with the idea while I was down, like, I could start a radio station, and the first ultimate goal was I could pay the artist to support my brand, and I could support whatever I wanted to do on my brand. That was the first initial idea. So with that being said, I was able to create that. I came home. My brothers, my business partners, was into T-shirts and printing things like that. So we had a small space, and it actually started in a very, very small space.
Wow!
And today it's grown to be Houston's, Texas #1 online radio station.
I love it.
So I had the great opportunity to check it out. So we have a mentor in common, all three of us.
Yes,
Lil Ron. So shout out to Lil Ron.
Shout out to Lil Ron.
I got there. I think you guys took a break.
We did.
You somebody came down and received me. I came in and you to give me a quick little tour through the studio.
Right.
The guest that you had in there had a son that was missing.
He did,
and so I sat in on that. And
you actually talked, dude. You actually got on the microphone and.
No, I didn't say anything. It was like another person that was there.
Okay.
So I didn't get a chance to. And I was kind of amazed by the whole thing. It was just like, oh, wow, this is actual radio station.
Yeah.
Right. Had only been in one before, but this was, and since she was talking about something that was so heavy, with so much gravity, I didn't want to interject myself in any way.
Right.
But that let me know that not only do you have a radio station, this platform that you've created is actually serving a purpose.
Yes,
sir. And I don't know if that situation with her has been resolved, if she's found her son or not, but it let me know that you were doing something a little bit more than just making content.
Yes, sir.
So how is that something that you expected to do, or is that it just morphed into that?
Yes, I actually wanted it. I actually wanted my platform to help the community.
Okay.
I actually wanted to build a Black Panther. We against the world. I'm coming for my people. Whatever you need, you can count on me to be there. I felt like we needed a voice, and I felt like I could create that platform through the independent artists, through Black filmmakers, and just the average everyday guy, everyday person. I felt like why not? I felt like our community needed that. I mean, if we needed to counsel the police, I was gonna have that platform where somebody could speak out against what we're not doing or what we need to do. And just not to say I'm against those. I actually be critical and very on to my own people for what we're not doing in our community.
You better say it. Absolutely.
With that being said, so I wanted to create a platform for everybody, but at the same time, I wanted to be able to help the community and the elderly, and especially the youth, because I feel like our youth is misguided. I feel like the old media pushes the agenda on our youth. It's very hard for us to overcome. I feel like it's an agenda to where, and I'm not being, but I feel like women these days feel like it's okay for a man not to be in the house. And with that being said, with that being said, I feel like if I could create a platform to help that situation, to get the Black man in the house, to have a mentor over the kids, to create a wave of knowledge that we could give back, that's what I wanted to do.
Wow.
And thank God I've been able to do that so far.
So some of these mainstream outlets are actually look at you as one of the go-to people to bring some of these stories. Like
they do.
Okay.
From Fox 26, shouts out to Jonathan. On Channel 2, Channel 11, I have correspondents from each major network that I talk to on a regular basis. I also have people that's in different spots and communities that bring me these stories. I have to pay them anything. They just know I have a platform to where they could get their message out, and that's what I'm here for. So not only am I here for the independent artists and the young Black entrepreneur, but I'm here for everybody as a whole to just help out on certain situations that, how could I say, old media won't touch.
Exactly. They're scared of it. Yeah. Or it's not enough interest in it for them. Well,
I feel like the agenda is to push it under the rug to where it won't be resolved. I feel like these problems are just problems that it fluctuated in our community to make our community what it is. Like, why is it a liquor store in every corner?
Exactly.
You know, why do we have 2 churches on the same street? You know what I'm saying? Why do we go through
Valid questions.
You know, why when we have government departments, it's only our community in the government department.
That's right.
You know, things like that. And I feel like that's an agenda.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It definitely is. Well, I know we're here to definitely support you because I know, for one, speaking for me, that everything that you're stating, I truly believe is what's going on. Yeah. And if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Right on.
And that's the big thing. And we need more males, black males,
I agree,
like you, pushing our agenda. Forget their agenda, but our agenda. Because for me, our black men, I think you guys are targeted because you're a threat. You guys have power that other races don't have. Not saying that they're beneath us or anything like that. It's extremely different.
I totally agree with that. But at the same time, I feel like that they're taking some of that power away from us.
They are. Yeah.
Cat Williams said it about our actors, our role models wearing dresses.
Yep.
I mean, just the way they perceive us, social media, the way, you know, just the way they perceive us in a whole.
Exactly.
Do you think wearing the dresses and stuff is a form of buck breaking, or do you think it's a rite of passage in order for you to get to a certain level?
I haven't crossed that road yet as far as someone coming to me asking me to wear a dress. I mean, that's like we was talking about earlier, that's another side of the door that I haven't got into. And trust me, when I do, I'm not putting on a dress.
Exactly.
I feel like it's a way to demasculate us, to make us look a certain way. I also feel like that's part of their agenda to make us live, to be a certain way. I'm from the old school, man. Even though I have a young soul, I was raised, you know what I'm saying, by my grandmother and grandfather, and they was together in the house, and my grandfather was saved, and that's what it was.
So I was raised by older people. They weren't my grandparents, but they were older. Like in that generation, they had separate bedrooms. Did your grandparents?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I don't know if that was I think it was just pretty common back in the day. But yeah, it's just
like on the Lucy and Ricky show. They slept in twin beds.
Yeah. My grandfather and grandmother did too.
Yeah, same room, just different beds. Yeah.
But they had 8 kids.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's something to think about.
I'm gonna come down to spend the night in your room tonight.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna come down to spend the night. I'm like, hey, Daddy, or whatever they.
Yeah. So tell us something intriguing about you, personal, just to get the people to know you a little better, intimately.
Okay. I'm very shy.
Okay.
Very, very shy. As far as personal, I'm single. I'm a single man by choice.
Right.
I have trust issues. I'm a mama's boy. I'm a mama's boy at heart.
Yeah.
I'm a mama's boy. I collect baseball and football cards.
Oh, cool. Loving that.
I do.
Yes.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, I can't rock with you on that one.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And I could honestly say that I love me some me.
Oh, I love that. That's what I'm talking about.
I love me some me, and I've learned it's a borderline between being arrogant and confident. I'm a very confident guy.
Yeah,
but I'm shy as well. Like I might see a beautiful woman across the room, and I'll be like, man, I won't even go, bro.
I don't see you as being shy.
You're still thinking about it after you let
be gone.
Like, well, I fucked that up.
So
Wow. I just still don't, because you've been so personable, so I just still don't see you as being shy.
When the lights come on and this
when it's showtime.
I mean,
I love it.
I mean, I'm
well, outside of showtime, let's address this. So, I'm aware of, but also I see you on Instagram and other social media, and you're interacting with a lot of artists from Houston, hip hop. Great, and you had an interview with K Reno.
Yeah,
it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
You know, he's my favorite MC, my favorite Houston rapper of all time.
Yeah.
K Reno is top 5 artist, rapper, lyricist to ever do it. I mean, he has a great personality. He bees at Mosque 13 on Fridays.
Okay.
And I visit that mosque a few times, so he's a great guy. Also, other fellow rappers, Gangsta Nip, also fellow that is also in the same mosque as well.
Yeah.
Fridays, yeah.
So the reason why I brought that up, you said you were shy. Or not shy. What was the word you used?
Shy.
Shy?
Yeah.
That was the word.
But I see you interacting with all these people. You're out in public. How do you deal with that?
I was forced to do it. As far as the radio station is concerned, we would have shows, and sometimes people don't work out, and it got down to where I was the only one left.
I get it. I was the only one left.
Yeah.
I was the only one left.
Right.
And I refused to fail.
Right.
So like I said earlier, like I told you earlier, I had to do it. So no matter how shy I am, or no matter what it be, I have a job to complete. Like I say, I feel like I'm blessed. God gave me a mission. I know what my mission is. So if that was one thing I had to overcome during that time when the lights are on, because I feel like when I'm in the room, then the lights are on, it's game time.
Yeah.
So I was able to overcome that, and now it's like when I walk in the room, Karen will be like, "Hey, what's up, Slim?" Pow Wow be like, "Slim, come take a picture."
Right.
You know, the little Kiki Scarface. "Hey, come on, man, come." I was able to overcome that, but at the same time, it was hard for me, man. It was hard.
I get
Wow.
Yeah.
God, so how does it feel being with some of we consider you an icon as well.
Thank you.
Please don't think that I'm saying, anything other than that. But how does it feel to be with, or to have a relationship, some type of relationship with all these iconic rappers? And to know you're able to communicate with them and mesh with them.
Well, right now it just feel like being my boy right here.
Yeah.
It's just like this.
What about me? So you gonna leave me out?
No, I'm not gonna leave.
Don't
you
act
out.
like him.
I'm not. But
Okay.
I've just been knowing you're out.
Okay, that's true.
And we have we have a great vibe. We have a great relationship that we're
Sean,
building.
Don't act like that, man.
But y'all like leaving me out. Is this a male thing? Where y'all just treat the woman some kind of way? But no, go ahead. I'm just joking with you. Go ahead. I'm playing.
But I mean, it's after a while, it comes common.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have a great relationship with Pow Wow. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's a great guy. I mean, we was
That's
actually watching the Texans game in his house. You know what I'm saying? Like, Slim Thug, we ride around in this Phantom. I met Jay Prince.
Of Slim Thug, but you met Jay Prince.
I met Jay Prince. He's a down to earth guy.
Yeah, he do a lot for the community
he
too.
does. He
oh
does.
yeah,
So
big
it's
time.
like, Slim. Sometimes we want to, what you don't understand. Is he like that?
That's after the 10 people in front of him let you in.
Oh shoot, y'all ain't messing with Jay Prince, baby.
It's
No,
more than a pat
okay.
down. It's like a grab.
Yeah.
Bend over and cough.
Yeah, basically. But it's experience that I really enjoy. But I still get a little goosebumps when, like I was saying, it's levels to it, to where I would be with Sheila Jackson Lee, and I actually ran Sheila Jackson Lee promotional campaign for her mayor.
Awesome.
She's running for congresswoman now.
Yeah.
I'll be running that, helping her with that campaign.
Yeah.
Mayor Turner, things like that. So I still get those goosebumps again once I get around those type people. But I've been able to deal with that as well, and I could just say that I'm blessed to be able to say where I came from, to be able to even for them to reach out to me.
Yeah.
I'm not 97 on the box.
Right.
I'm not 93. I'm an online radio station that's black owned, that's been built from the ground up.
Yeah.
And for Mayor Turner, people to reach out to me and say, "Look, we having a party. We getting out of office. We need you to come through." That means everything to me. Like wow, like. God, is this really true? Is this really happening to me?
Yeah.
And quick story. We was at the TSU. I have a TSU thing where I film all their games, and I go to all their sporting events. And we was in the back at halftime. They feed us Church's chicken. No, not Church's. French's. French's chicken from Third Ward.
Of
It's
course.
the best.
Yeah,
It's the best.
absolutely.
So we back there eating, and a guy come in and say, "Shaq is in the building." Okay, and then my son, he plays basketball. He's 12. He's middle school, Wells Middle School. Shouts out to Wells Middle School.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, son, you want a picture with Shaq?" And he looked at me like, "Yeah, Dad, right." Right there. Yeah, really. I was like, "Come on, let's try." But I already knew. So he walks up to Shaq, And he's shy, you know, he's just like his dad. He's shy. Walk up to Shaq, I said, Mr. O'Neal. He said, what's up, Slim? And you can see my son eyes just
like my daddy knows Shaq.
Like, he know you are. Like, yeah. So I thought that was wonderful. He stood up and shook his hand.
Yeah.
And my son was looking up, and just that. That's what made me love what I do.
Yeah.
And I just say this real fast. My son was averaging 8 points a game, and since he met Shaq, he's averaging 14.
Oh, come on now, son. Come on now.
Put a fire on
Yeah, he did.
And I didn't have a father.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't. I grew up with just my mother and her sisters and you know, my grandfather and, you know, her mother. I didn't have that father figure. They would bicker and fight. I would go from Houston, Texas to Palestine in the summertime. I really didn't know my father.
Yeah.
So for me to be there with him to experience these things, I don't miss a basketball game.
That's right.
I don't miss a parents-teacher conference. I try to be there, and I just feel like we need that in our community right now. With Raise the Praise, the gospel station, we're doing 50 men, 50 children. I'm not saying take them on. It's 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. Maybe take them to basketball practice. Maybe take them to Subway.
Yeah.
Just take on one adult male, take on one child. And that's what I'm building. I'm launching this program as we speak.
So wait,
it's like the each one teach one.
Yeah,
okay,
I got it. Same thing. No. Okay. We were same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And if you can, so if we need these guys to volunteer, can you give us the information of what they need to do to reach out to volunteer?
The information is hit Homestead Slim up at homesteadslim@gmail.com. Email me. I'm going to look over what you're doing. And if you qualify, you in there.
That's what are the qualifications? Go ahead. We doing it today. No. You do it.
What are some of the qualifications?
I just look for just honest guys, man. You know, really, I'm not going into background checks, because if you went into mine, you know,
you're not gonna visit the same thing that you experienced trying to get a job.
Right.
That's right. That's where I'm going with that.
So we talked about, you've given us some good information, and you're doing a lot for our community.
Thank you.
And as we stated before we had technical difficulties, that there needs to be more males like you. There need to be more men, and we're asking that you guys get more involved, because there are so many fatherless children.
I agree.
And they need you, especially the males, because if we get to the males, then the males would, in their next generation, they're going to be there for their children. You know, if we could start now by trying to reach one of them.
I agree.
And we think that program that you have is amazing. And Chon is volunteering that whatever you need, he's going to be there.
I'm quite sure he will.
Oh, yeah. He's that kind of man.
He's a great guy.
Oh, yeah. If you see how he is with his son, it is commendable. So
hands on.
Yes.
So I had a youngster that came in. He was supposed to be helping us with the cameras. So, but he kind of, you know, I got to kind of, maybe I should call more and say, you know, instead of expecting them just to come, just, hey, man, I need you.
Yes.
Instead of just, here's the thing, I don't mind helping, I don't mind teaching, but sometimes I rely on people to do what I think they should do and think that's supposed to come automatic. And then when it doesn't, I don't follow up. So I guess the thing to do, especially after listening to you.
Yeah.
And his name's Carson. I'll say it's a young dude.
Okay.
It's called Carson. I'm like, man, I need you.
Right.
Yeah.
I need you to come to the studio, learn the equipment, and, you know, so be a little bit more proactive.
Okay. With that being said, by me being an ex-basketball player, I understand that. And as right now on Fridays, I mentor two young guys. They the way I walk, they walk the way I walk. They talk the way I talk.
Yeah.
You know, they be, you know, and their mothers trust me with them, and I'm actually training them to be radio hosts, to have a Saturday show, you know, for the kids.
So they come up there?
They come every Friday.
Kids radio station.
Yeah, you know,
that's so cool.
on Saturdays, you know, they play their music, no cursing involved, but you know, they do their thing. But what I've learned is that I've learned through basketball is that as a coach or as a teacher, you have to bend a little bit, and everybody's not the same. Now with the I just call him Jay, because I don't want y'all whatever. I just call him Jay, and he's more like that. Say, man, you need to come on, bro.
Right.
Such, and you know he ready. And then the other one, you know, I could just I don't have to say too much.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you really have to go inside of them and see what makes them tick. I kind of learned that from Phil Jackson, because like he never had to cuss out Michael Jordan, but he would go off on Dennis Rodman. You know? But they won championships.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So just kind of tailor your either your mentorship or your coaching, whatever it is you're trying to do based on a person that's
right.
And I could be a little too broad sometimes. So I just expect people.
Some people need that.
Because I grew up in a strict household, and I was in the military for 4 years.
Right.
So there's just a certain way that I am. It's like, if I say it, then let's do it.
Yeah.
But I have to acknowledge that's just not the way it works.
Especially kids today.
Yeah.
Because I seem like I figure that kids today attention span is very, very short.
I get it.
And the respect that we have for our elders, you have to reteach those things. Like, you can't take those things for granted with kids today. Exactly. I had to learn that too. Those things has to be taught and then retaught, because it seems like you're going one ear and out the other. And if you just have to spat a rod, you got to spat a rod.
That's it.
That's
it. So here's a question that I have. Like, since we're talking about mentorship for children, what about for the guys out there that they're not quite meeting the mark and these kids really need them? Like, what advice or what encouragement could you possibly give them to involve themselves more?
I mean, that's a tough question, but I'm glad you asked it. I feel like today's society is rough. I mean, it can really. It's an old song, the ghetto took me under. Spice One, and it will. And to answer your question, I feel like being there in some capacity. You may not have yourself all the way together, but you do know right from wrong, and don't roll the blunt up and smoke it in front of him.
Come on,
don't do certain things that in your power to. You may not have the knowledge, but you have common sense to be able to teach that child.
Because there are some things that you can do that in a child's mind, it puts you on the same level with him.
Yeah.
My older brother said he will never smoke weed with his kids are in late 20s, early 30s.
Right.
Yeah.
He'll never smoke weed with them.
Right.
You feel like once you do that, it's
kills the level of respect they have for
right.
you too.
So now we're peers instead of me being an authority figure.
Exactly.
Right.
I agree.
I'm never your friend. I'm your dad.
Exactly.
I'm your big
Absolutely.
uncle.
But you can't do things to be a peer if you have that role with them. You just
But
can't.
you still have to understand it as well.
Yeah, you do. You do. You for that to be a hard question, you answered that with finesse. I love that.
Thanks.
Hey, you don't have to be perfect. Just show up.
Just show up.
Just
show up.
Show up. So if you were to be able to have the opportunity to reach a child that's lost, and that's out there for us, ghetto or what would you tell them to try to reel them back in, to get them to on that straight and narrow?
Just like I said, the first thing you have to do is love yourself.
Yeah.
I would tell him, say, look, you have to love yourself, man.
Yeah.
You look for the future, but also understand the path that you're going. Sometimes you can go too far out with your dreams or too far in the future. Live day by day. Take one day at a time. Nothing comes fast, nothing, and you don't want to be too slow or be stuck in the mud as well. I would just tell him, believe in yourself. Find a place where you're comfortable within yourself, and go from there. Pray and believe in God.
That's right.
That's it.
That's
simple. It's simple. It's
simple. Sound and simple.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So then, with that being said, are you willing to share your story about your vacation?
My vacation was like this. At that particular time in life, I was a up and coming rapper, and I wanted to. I was living the life.
Yeah.
Certain drugs would take the shyness out of me, and I was a womanizer.
You seem so sweet.
Yeah, I was a womanizer.
No, I didn't say asshole. I say he sounds sweet is what I said. It's two different things. Okay.
Story, Slim. I'm sorry.
Okay. I love y'all. I love y'all.
But no. It's
okay. I was a womanizer. I was smoking a lot of weed, man, and I was selling a lot of cocaine, things like that. I met this Puerto Rican guy, and he would come through, and I would buy from him, and he would come with his wife and his child You know what I'm saying? A big Mercedes Benz. He would come with his wife and his child. And then when I would get in the car, his wife would sit in the back seat with the child and put the newspaper up while me and him, you know, would do our thing.
She was shielding
she was shielding from it. And I always took note of that. And with that being said, he ended up going off down the street and ended up getting killed or whatever. And so basically that block kind of came into me, fell into my lap.
Yeah.
And so I learned how to, you know, cook and do all that type of things. And one day, well, I'll tell you a story, quick story, and then I get into it.
No, don't be quick. Just tell us the story. We ain't rushing you.
So me and my homie was in the house, and he had went to the club, and he had met two girls. He met a girl. And he was like, "Look, I had a Cadillac, drop-top Cadillac, and we candy all the elbows, you know the thing." And so, okay, we gonna tell this story. But I was
okay, you would tell it.
And so he goes and say, "Well, look, man, I got two bad ones." I said, well, "Go ahead," but at that time I had a chick at home and I had a baby. You know, what I'm saying, like, go and get them. So they come back to the house. There's two of them, and you know he go in the room with his, and the other one is on the couch, you know, she on the phone, whatever. And I'm in the kitchen doing my little thing, but I just keep noticing that she's on her phone. And then all of a sudden she was like, "Well, I'm hungry. I'm hungry." And I was like, "Well, that's cool." You know, my homeboy, he just got his car at the paint shop. You know, he got the music in there, so he ready to ride. She knock on the door, interrupt them. So they all get in the car, and they go to Whataburgers right here on Homestead and 610. Whataburger, right?
Homestead Slim.
Homestead, yeah. So, he gets in the car. Obviously, I wasn't there, but the story was told later. Yeah. He gets in the car. He gets in the drive-thru. While he's ordering his food, two dudes come behind him with the gun. Put the gun to his head. That's what she was texting.
She set up.
So they drive back to the house. You know what I'm saying? They knock on the door. I opens the door. I open the door. They got us face down. They got us face down.
At this point, what's going through your head?
Yeah.
At this point, I'm never gonna see my mom again. Is this how my life is going to end? This is not how I want to die.
Right.
Next thing I know, I woke up. I guess he hit me, had a nice knot on the side of my head or whatever. And I wanted revenge.
Okay.
Yeah. Typical? Yeah.
So we plotted a revenge. And I actually went through and put a few shells through his house, through women's house. And end up doing a nice little time for that. Yeah. That was my vacation.
Yeah. And that was your wake up call too, right?
It was. Like I told you earlier, you know, without that I wouldn't be the man I am today. I wouldn't have realized my purpose here on earth. I took my mother's love and tearing up as I say that. Yeah. I took my mother's love for granted. Yeah. I made a mistake, and God could have took my life by the way I was living. So to have a second chance at life, man, and to appreciate life for what it is, and I mean, it's worth it, man. It's worth what I go through. Yeah, it's worth it.
It must feel good to be able to say that you went through something like that, where your story can end it that night.
Yes,
it didn't.
It didn't.
Continued a little bit, and you ended up having to do something else, go do your time or whatever because of it. But you came out on the other side.
It was a blessing on the side in disguise.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay.
He had a purpose and a plan before you was formed in your mother's womb, so he knew you were going to be this great inspiration to many. That's why it's not good to judge, because we all have to go through. That's why we need strong brothers to help these childs get through those situations where when you see them slipping, because I'm quite sure I was reaching out, but no one was there to understand or to catch me and say, "Well, look, man, don't go that route." And for those who was there, I didn't have enough morals in me to respect that that guidance. But was that guidance coming from a man or a female? A male or a female, rather?
I could say that I was always surrounded by a good family. Yeah, I could say that.
Were you in touch with your dad at the time?
No. Okay. My father was the type of father to where I'm gonna send that child support check and don't ask me for nothing. Okay. I mean, it was like I sent your mama the money.
Yeah.
Well, why are you bothering me?
Okay. Yeah. You know, it was more like that. Not saying he didn't love me, because he did.
Absolutely.
But I just think the immaturity of both of them at that time really affected me as a child. So I do have a child, and me and my, I almost want to say baby's mother because I think that's kind of degrading. Mm-hmm. Me and my mother's child, we're not on best of terms, but my son will never know that.
That's right.
Right. So
that's right. And they shouldn't. They should.
Whatever problems we may have.
That's right.
He think we are the best. I can't stand her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can say I can't stand her.
Yeah.
But we both had the game together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We, I go get her popcorn and Gatorade and
United Front.
Whoa.
What sound like you still
United Front. United Front.
She be like, thank you, nigga.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the fact that y'all can be around each other.
Yeah, I feel like it's important for his sake. I feel like it's more damaging to the child to see his parents like that. Mm-hmm. Now he doesn't accept her. He doesn't accept her other.
I got you.
Yeah.
And he loves whoever I might bring around, which I don't bring nobody around him for him to actually try to hide that. Too. What y'all think about that? Do you think I should? But I
not if you're not serious with them. I would.
I wouldn't. I don't.
Great move.
Thank y'all for that.
If it's not serious, and you know how men can be.
I do.
You mess with a chick for 6 or 7 months and she's gone.
Yeah.
What if he grows some type of attachment to her?
Exactly, and they do. They do.
That just does not.
They do. Well, even with my adult children, with me breaking up with my ex, it played a factor on my child that he had a relationship with, and then my son is also in the penitentiary, so he would give him words of encouragement and he'll be looking forward to hearing from him. Yeah, exactly. Right. And they were on this level, and then now that he's gone, and he hasn't even called to say, hey, how's Tate? How's this? How's that? Pending he knows that how my child is, he's relatable to my kid.
Right.
Yeah. And so even adults, it plays a factor. And my son's 22 now. And then my other son is 27. And, both of them had an attachment to them.
Wow.
And so it doesn't matter old or young. It affects them in some kind of way.
And I also believe that it's very, very, very important that us as men show our young men how to treat a woman.
Absolutely.
I believe that's also missing in our community. I believe that the B word is overused.
Yep.
I feel like men are not opening doors like they should. I feel like they don't respect the woman as they should.
Explain to him why you're laughing at that. Because
I saw the look.
So
the two looks.
And I want Sean to explain it.
Okay.
But people that watch the show, people that know me and have watched the show, they'll make a joke about it in real life.
Okay.
But explain.
Because we had a show and we were talking about chivalry basically. And Sean stated that, he's not going to open the door for a woman every time.
Okay.
Not the door to a building.
Right.
The door to...
Talking about the car door. The car door.
The car door.
The car door every time. And I'm probably going to get backlash. I agree with that because I don't need you to open the door for me every time I'm getting in the car. Now, don't let a door slam on me coming in a door. That's different.
Right. Now, and I also explained that there are women out there that would irritate them.
Yeah.
Like if we're walking, we're on my side of the door. Mm-hmm. Or we're approaching the car from the back. She just go to her door, unlock it.
Yeah.
And my point was that back in the day when you had to physically open,
that's different.
It's different. So I go to your door, open it. As I'm walking around, you reach over, open my door. That made sense.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But there are, and I know for a fact, there are women who are like, nigga, why you keep walking? Just let me in the door.
Pop the lock.
Pop the lock, let me get in the car and go.
Yeah.
But it took a life of its own. That one little thing.
Okay.
And I also said that if that's something that this particular woman required, I would do it.
That's my point.
Exactly.
That's my point.
But I said inherently, is it in me to do that? No. Well, if you don't want to do it, you shouldn't do it. And my argument is that men, may take that back. I hate the term real man. No such thing.
Yeah.
No such thing.
Men do things they don't want to do all the time.
I agree.
Yeah, and women do too. We have to sleep with y'all, so
But that's pleasurable.
Same thing.
Right.
Who would want to lay up with something like...
Oh, God.
Right.
You know what? That's just a personal opinion. But And you said you did agree with that?
I did agree, because now going in the door, I'm not gonna lie, if we're like going into a restaurant or either here, I'm gonna stand there at the door until you open that door for me. But for as the car wise, unless I'm dressed up and I have a dress hanging or something like that, I don't require you, because I'm like, get your ass in the car. Like, just get in the car.
That's all about the guy knowing his woman.
Yeah, that's it right there.
And you have to dive deep in there to get there. You have to dive in there.
What you know about a woman, right, and put that into the next situation that you're in. You might screw it up, because you have to relearn that person. And the only reason why that's true. That's the thing, because you mentioned that men need to know how to be men. Men need to learn how to treat women.
Right.
But also, by the same token, you don't never think that you had a template for it. Like, this is exactly how you're supposed to treat a woman.
Okay.
You have to figure out what the
every woman is different. Every woman is different. You can't take that for granted. You know.
Yeah. So that's what.
That was just crazy. We were just talking about it before you got here.
Okay. Yeah. But it like I said, it's on TikTok, on Instagram,
right.
In real life, it's a whole thing. And I wish it would have showed in the views like that.
Exactly.
But a lot of people had strong opinions about it.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a big deal, man. That like me out. Okay.
I can see why.
Yeah.
Who knew? I did not know that was.
Right. I think that conversations like that on social media really gets a lot of attention. I mean that's just that. I mean, you could actually base a whole show around men and women and how they interact and certain things like that. So I think that's
a couple.
So since you said you're single, and this is me probing into your business,
please do.
What are you looking for in a woman? Like, we have a whole show, and if I can play matchmaker,
Okay, check this out.
Okay,
and
I'm listening.
I don't, like I said, it's a
friends.
Who, me?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I know. I do. I roll with some bad girls.
Just say he got a nice homeboy. But anyway, let me get into it.
Everyone I've ever met they're professional women.
Yeah.
In one form or fashion. They're not.
Thank you. Okay. With that being said, it's the thin line between arrogance and confidence.
Yes.
At this point in my life, I consider myself a high value man. And with that being said, I'm not going to settle for anything that's not up to par.
I know that's right.
I feel like if they're going to judge me on my status, then I'm going to judge you on your status. But not saying that I won't go under the line or I won't go. I mean, it's just that I feel like I have to have a match, a drive, or I have to see something in that person. It might just be the way she walks.
Yeah.
It just might be, the way she might, she can't be a yes man. For one, I can't have a woman to, what you want tonight? And I'd be like, well, I'm cooking fish. Now, when I want fish, I want hamburger. Well, okay, Slim, I'm make a hamburger. No, she need to say, motherfucker, you gonna eat this fish tonight.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I can do that easily. Yes.
Right.
That sounds like me.
I need her to be... and I might be picky, and this and that, but I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I can be.
That's right.
I feel like I'm able to grow into a relationship and be able to deal with things I might not like and things like that. But I just feel like she just have to be a match.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste my time mentally, physically, sexually, none of that with something that I feel that's not compatible to what I'm trying to do. In the life that I live, it's going to take a special kind of woman because, like, I'm married to my business.
Yeah.
And you have a purpose.
Yes. And I've lost relationships because I'm going to do what I feel like I need to do.
Exactly.
And I need her to be like, well, if you're going to spend the night at the studio tonight, go ahead, baby.
Exactly.
And trust me. To where when I do come home, what woman you was with, I like that, and I just need that.
Along that lines, right? We were literally just talking about this.
Okay, I should have been here a little earlier when y'all was talking.
Well, you're at the studio. You said Lil Ron was at the studio till 5,
right?
So, but you're planning on being at the studio until 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And instead of her complaining about it, she shows up with some Whataburger, and a pallet. And she said, I'm going to go back here and lay down while you do that. How you feel about that? Or is it a situation where this is my creative space, I just want to be here alone?
I would really be concerned about finding her a ring.
if she did that.
I would really be considering about, because if she's gonna get out of her comfort zone to help me while I'm working, or be there with me while I'm working, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, to give up her time to do that for me, because then I'm quite sure y'all been doing this. Like, we give a lot.
Yeah.
I don't look for anything back.
Yeah.
But a lot, it don't come back the way we give it.
Yeah.
I get it.
It doesn't. It does not.
It don't. So for someone to have that,
yeah.
I'm really looking for a ring.
I'm telling you. Same thing.
Y'all heard that, right?
You heard that.
So y'all better come on out here.
Come on out here.
Well, the same thing. So recently I went out on a date,
Okay.
an online date.
Online
Not went
date.
out, but it was an online date.
What?
Hold on. You went.
No, I didn't go out on. Wait a minute. Let me
What?
rephrase it. I had an online date that actually came here like a 7-hour drive to come and see me.
Wow.
Goddamn.
No lie, 6-7 hours.
Okay.
And it was the most horrific experience ever.
Really?
So the projection that he gave me for as on, while we were talking or whatever, was totally different from how he came. So when he came here, I was getting work done on my house, right?
Okay.
And he was like, you should have told me that you was getting work, and I would have came the next weekend. Well, my brother who came to help me, he was available this weekend. He's a busy man. He take care of everybody. No other man has been helping me with everything's going on, at my house or whatever. Right. And so the dude literally stood outside for 3 hours with his dog.
Wait, he wouldn't come in the house?
He brought his dog. Nope.
Because you had work done?
No, because another man was in the house.
Your
and he
brother?
was like, I don't know him. Yeah.
So if I were him and I drove all the way down there, I'd be like, look, let me change shoes.
Yeah. So here's the thing. This was my red flag. The dude can do anything. When I say the dude is handy, he can do anything.
The dude that drove down?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And he proved it. He's a truck driver, too.
Okay.
He proved it because after my brother, I was so embarrassed because he was like, why are you helping me lift this TV? Because I'm a woman of my own. I'm going to get it how I got to get it. He was like, he is out there. He could be helping me instead of you doing this labor with me. I said, I'm not asking anybody to do anything, because if he wants to stand outside, let him stand outside. But when after
that
my...
could have been a hell of a first date.
Man.
Right.
So... When
he won her heart with that.
I'm trying to tell you, but see, he didn't have that kind of knowledge.
Could have got the cookies and all of
Oh,
that.
shut up, Chon.
Look here.
So the first thing that he did when he came in to the house, he saw that a light was broken that my ex didn't fix or couldn't fix or whatever. He fixed it in like 20 seconds. I had some furniture that needed to be assembled. He assembled that in like no time flat. So he had obvious skills, but because of how I'm around men all the time. So if you're acting that way around my brother, how you gonna act when you see the rest of my crew? Because
I will say this.
What?
My opinion has changed just a little bit.
Go ahead. What it changed about?
Because he did do the things I said I would have done. The problem was he didn't know you, and there was a man in the house. Not your brother, but I've been in a situation. Well, this is my cousin. This is my brother. This is my friend. So it's a...
He knows his wife. No, he don't know his wife, but I'm saying he has a wife. Like, my whole point of it is...
Wait, Sean, you married? You dating a married?
No, I'm talking about my brother has a wife. Y'all stay on task. Shit. My brother has a wife. I'm like, this man is married. My whole point of it is that he knew. So let's be clear.
So you knew ahead of time?
Yeah, we just didn't know when he was the one online helping me find wood and stuff like that.
So
he was helping me.
It's weird. This is weird.
I kind of felt him for a second. I don't know. So now I got to feel it, but I'm not going to drive that far. Stand outside for 3 hours.
He stood outside for 3. And here's the thing. He knew that my brother was coming to help him because I told him like a week in advance. Okay. And he was the one actually helping me look for the proper material.
Does he know you have a podcast?
Who? The guy? Yeah, he knows. He probably he watched the last one.
What's up, man?
I tried to.
No, and the point of it is he was a nice looking man. He has so much potential, but then he had an attitude the whole time, and so...
Was he a high value man?
I'm
asking that because of what you said.
I'm not going to even answer that, but what I am.
I have a question, and I don't want.
Go ahead.
Why are you dating online? You're a beautiful woman.
So the reason why, because I don't be having time to go out. So I just got online.
He know you at the gas station?
Yeah, but they, but when they,
you can't tell me
but
that.
when they,
You're like, oh, this nigga getting gas. I don't want.
No, I am not like that. I am one of the most. Sean, you already know how I roll.
You smell like petrol.
No, you know how I roll. I just hadn't saw anybody who piqued my interest, and then online you have a variety to pick from.
We had a guest on here.
Yeah,
okay. That was throwing itself at Sean.
Okay.
Oh God.
No, she didn't like him, but I get what she's talking about. I don't like dating. It's not even fun anymore. It's the initial getting dressed to go. You're a little nervous, but after that, I don't enjoy it.
Okay.
But I because of my age, I'm not. I can't do the online thing.
Okay.
It's just.
And then that got overwhelming. Y'all, I can show y'all. I had over 80 likes within 2 days, and I had about 60 messages. I haven't even.
So that's what it is. You spoil for choice.
That's
No, but I don't like them starting off with "you're beautiful" and they're posting a picture of me, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because beauty fades. Like, I don't want it to be superficial. I want it to be like, "Hi," because of your profile, you look interesting, or I'm relatable to you, you know. And most of them, when they come off, they only want to talk about looks, or you do a full body because you don't want them to think you're catfishing them. And if they're not interested, keep it moving. Or the first thing they're talking about is your body, you know, or something like that. You don't even know me yet. The first thing, why can't it start off with "Hi, how are you doing"? Well, you know, something simple.
I get it, but men are visual.
I love dating.
Do you really?
I do.
You ain't gonna say, see, we got
I do.
Shoot, first we all wearing this beige shit. Now we talking at the same time. And we didn't even plan this.
I love dating.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Like I said, I'm kind of shy, but when I do meet people, it's like, well, what do you? And I'm the type of guy to be like, well, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to do on our date? And then, you know, I might be at this bar, at this restaurant that I've never been before. Yeah. So it's like experience for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can gel with anybody.
Yeah.
So it gives me, I can go around the city and do things that I haven't done, things like that. So it's kind of adventure for me. So I love
could do that with my homegirl and homeboy.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
I enjoy it. I love conversation with people that I really don't know like that.
Right.
And they don't know I have a radio station.
Yeah.
They don't know who I am.
Exactly.
They're not looking at me for what a perception.
Do you find yourself switching it to radio mode when you're talking to them, like you're
right?
So I have a good friend of mine that I work with. His name is Steve. I love him to death.
You always talk about Steve.
I love Steve.
Man.
65-year-old white man, married to I'm not gonna say Miss Mary's age, older, and their daughter and her husband are adopting.
Okay.
And so I got to learn about the adoption process. They actually asked me to do their photo shoot because I had no idea it was this difficult to adopt and how expensive it was.
It is.
Yeah.
Very expensive. And you have to put a portfolio together in order to present to the birthing mother. Because she gets to ultimately choose where she sends her child.
Right.
And so for Christmas, they invited me over. And so I'm asking all these questions because I was genuinely intrigued by this whole adoption process. At first, I was appalled at how expensive it was.
Yeah.
Wow. But then once she explained it to me, and the reason why I asked, do you go into radio mode?
Okay.
How we're doing this?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So do you give off that air when you're on a date, do you think, or is it more just like regular conversation?
No, it's more like regular conversation. I really try to keep what I do totally off the map and make it a puzzle or a mystery because I really be wanting them to like me for me, and that's the trust issues that I have.
Yeah.
So no, I totally the opposite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally, and I'm more of a listener. I don't talk much. I let them basically carry the conversation, and I kind of feed off their vibe like that, kind of like I do it at the radio station, basically. You know what I'm saying? But in a different term.
So why is that stopping you from finding your soulmate, since you love to date and you've met all these intriguing people?
Because he loves to date.
I be around beautiful women All the time.
And you got to make a choice. And that choice is hard.
No, it's not hard. It's not hard. I be around a lot of beautiful women.
You're just not ready.
And
I ain't mad at you. Get me around a whole lot of handsome men. Put me in that atmosphere.
I could just say this. I could just say that I just be around a lot of beautiful women.
I get it.
Yeah. I don't blame you. And you're just enjoying it.
Yeah, and then I could say that I'm a little, like I say, my trust issues, and I don't know if, like I say, I try not to let people know what I do.
Yeah.
And once they do, will they be able to cope with that? And I feel like I'm putting a burden on them because I'm going to do what I do.
Exactly.
You get up in the morning, you drive that truck from 4 in the morning to 5 or 6, and then from that point, I'm with my kids, my mother, she's 72 years old. My stepfather just had his legs amputated. So he's at home. So I'm helping her. I'm a full-time dad. So I don't know if I don't feel like I would be all the way in with the relationship like sense. I need to be.
Insane. That we had almost a lot of what we've been talking about, we were talking about it before you got here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's just
that's where I'm at.
Yeah, if you're on your purpose and you're doing something, you're wrapped up in it, it's kind of hard.
It is.
For somebody to tell you that. Well, and that dude had an issue too with me telling me, you doing he asked me, did me and you have a relationship? I say, Chon is family. Yeah. You know, when he saw our chemistry, he assumed. And I'm just like.
If he had to ask that, he not the one for you.
Yeah, I know. I know the same with you. They always doing that. Absolutely.
That's not new.
That's not new for us.
It's not.
And they don't think that you can have chemistry and it not be a sexual relationship involved.
For y'all to be saying that a lot of things that I'm saying that y'all already talked about, and with y'all, every co-host I have, I'm having sex with them. So
So you don't even be offended.
Is it a radio thing? Is it a podcast thing? What is it?
I think, and of course I can be wrong, but in general, me and my son's mom, once we broke up, messed around a little bit afterwards. It got a little bit of bleed over, but after that, nothing.
Yeah.
But we get along very well. We co-parent very well.
Yeah.
Now, we get in arguments here and there, but they're just a quick argument, like 10, 15 minutes. Anyway, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that we do get along, people have assumed that we're sleeping together, and that has nothing to do with that. So I think sometimes a healthy interaction between a male and a female in the eyes of somebody else indicates that there's something there more than what it is. And they can't fathom that. So men got to be around men, women got to be around women. And if y'all have chemistry with the opposite sex, then there's something going on. And you know, so I mean, I guess that's what it is. But if you've had it, she's had it.
I go through it.
You've had it. I think his woman scratched my car, keyed my car.
She did not. There's no way she would have known where you were. But she stopped. That's one of the factors to stop her from fucking with me.
Right. I mean, I've had guests on. Wow. I mean, I had guests on my show, and then my DM will be like,
"Do you really think she scratched your car? She didn't scratch your car."
I don't know.
Okay,
but let Slim tell his story.
You believe she scratched your car?
Yeah, I think she keyed it.
You think so?
Chon, they be going stupid over you, and I'm tired of getting the blame because of you.
Say.
Now let's go and tell it.
Oh,
there we go. Now, Slim, I'm sorry.
No, I like French's chicken too. But
anyway, what? Man, I mean, I had guests on my show, and then you know, after the show, I look at my DMs on my phone. It's like, I know you sleeping with her. Oh, y'all, why is she touching you like that? You know, it gets to the point to where when I take pictures, I have to like hold my hands together.
Are you serious?
Oh, that's too much.
I mean, I go through it, brother. I go through it.
Yeah.
So how your DMs look outside of people that you actually know? Do you actually get women hitting you up in your DMs?
I can say what I want to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get a lot of pussy shots.
I get you.
Come on now.
I get a lot of them.
Yeah.
I've gotten a few. I can't say a lot.
I get a lot.
You say a few?
Maybe. What a lot to me is maybe 3-4 a week.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, fuck it.
I think
I'm
so.
about like 4 or 5 total.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I mean, I get you this, can you come over?
And they don't even know you at all.
They don't. I don't be knowing them. It's
Yeah.
scary.
You know, the thing is, they and somebody else explained this to me, because they see you all the time.
Yeah.
They
Think
feel like they know you.
Yeah, that's true. Just like we do TV stars or like our shows, we'll call them by their names, and that's not even their name, you know. So that's true.
It's scary.
So you give them that whole
I had a
that they're looking for.
We was discussing on my show last night,
Yeah.
and we was talking about side pieces.
Yeah.
And I was we was talking about side pieces. They was like, "Well, Slim, what you think about that?" I said, "I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm you know, if she just want to come, you know, get dug out or whatever, then go back to I'm cool with it."
Because some people can argue that side pieces are a part of a healthy relationship between a man and a woman.
It could be. With that being said, the two ladies that was like, "Well, Slim, you're not that kind of guy. You give off the vibe that you like a healthy relationship." Mm-hmm. But that could, you know, I go both ways. I mean, I would love to be with one woman, but I just haven't got there yet. But in the meantime, I'm kind of
you gonna do you. Yeah, you should.
Ain't shit wrong with it.
Yeah. Not at all.
Bro. I mean, I feel where you're going, because
there you go.
We're raised a certain way. Society is set up a certain way.
Okay.
And when you deviate from that, there's, you know, you have a conscience. And so if it goes against what you've known to be the norm, yeah, you're gonna feel some type of way. Let
me explain it. Let me explain the way I'm at with this.
Okay.
I can't make love to a woman because I don't love her.
That's right.
But I hate the fact that I can't make love to her because I can't express myself.
Yeah.
Am I okay?
Wait. So you're saying you can only express yourself if you're making love. You can't express yourself when you fucking her?
I'm going to only fuck her. I can't do what I want to do with her.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm cheating myself.
What is making love? Well, I mean,
it's
allowing yourself to bond with her. It's emotional.
It's for me to be able to understand her body.
Yeah.
For her to understand what pleasures me. But in other words, I'm just gonna bust that thing up.
So
and y'all creating soul ties. Y'all creating soul ties when you're making love. So I get what you're saying.
Before you got here,
yeah.
Wow. We're talking about something similar.
Wow.
And so, like, you go into a situation.
Okay.
And I hope this all fits together in the grand scheme.
It really does. Okay. It really does.
So
we're getting to know you, and we're talking about real life stuff.
Okay. So we talked about establishing when you meet somebody that I don't want this to be anything.
Yeah.
Extra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And your actions.
Yep.
Dictate otherwise.
Yep.
Right.
So it's like, oh, well, I don't want to treat the person that I'm dealing with like trash, but if you treat them too good, then
they want more.
You understand what I'm saying?
I do. I've been there.
You can accidentally slip into all of a sudden you were just clapping cheeks, and then before you know it, you're making love to them.
So with that being said, if you establish that you do not want a relationship with this person, you only want it to be needs being met. You don't leave your motherfucking toothbrush at their house. You're supposed to have a damn overnight bag that you keep in your car. Why am I teaching this lesson?
It's so good that you stay
overnight. No. But then you giving mixed messages. You giving mixed messages. You giving mixed messages.
You have your toothbrush in your bag.
Baby, in your overnight bag. Still, I'm going to have to teach you how to be gangster with it. I ain't supposed to be telling you. You're supposed to be teaching me.
I will say this. I'm glad you said it like
that.
I'm
glad she said it like that.
Women way more gangster than we are. Women way, but
we're
think
sweet and innocent.
No, I'm not saying you're not sweet and innocent.
When it comes to that, or just overall,
establishing boundaries.
Because if you put it down right, it's nothing she can do.
I'm in that camp too. But we had a previous guest. Shout out to April Smith.
April, what's up, April?
And she was like, "Nah, nigga, you're not finna." She was adamant. You're not keeping no toothbrush. She said, I let one toothbrush stay, then it's going to be two. Well, first of all, I'm not going to put my toothbrush next to two other niggas.
Right.
But the key thing is one toothbrush stay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, that mean a lot right there.
That's why y'all be wanting to go use the bathroom. Where your bathroom at? Because you want to see how many toothbrushes are in that hole.
No, that's not just.
Do that.
No, that's not why you go to the restroom.
Yeah. I go
Because if you really just. That might be too much.
No, we need you to say it.
You might just want to go on there and get the first one out the way, then come back and be real ready for the
Okay. I see you.
We talked about that.
I love y'all.
We did.
I love y'all.
I'm gonna do that the day before.
No, I'm gonna do it right then.
No, I'm good on that.
Okay.
If I do it then,
You ain't gonna want to do it again.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
See, he old as hell. See, you still in your 40s. He got to do it the day before. Shit.
I love y'all, man.
I'll do it the day before. Okay. Maybe 2 days before. That way I'm not riled
There
up,
you go.
You know.
That part.
So,
yeah. Baby, I just like to be clean. Let me go take a shower. Right
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nobody don't want no unfresh person.
That's what I'm in there doing.
But yeah.
So I'm gonna be really ready.
I got you. Yeah. Nobody has to know.
She be like, you already know.
You can come join me. You can come join me and help me if you want to.
There you go. That part.
Yeah.
That part.
Come help me.
Slim, you must really be comfortable with us, brother.
Okay.
I love y'all.
Good deal.
So yeah, I'm not sure how all our podcasts that start off innocent, like last week it was on fitness and it turned into yoni steams and eating pussy. So I'm not understanding how our stuff keep deviating. But
okay. And real quick before you go to the next topic,
go ahead.
Okay. We way better than our shit was like 80, 70%, 80% just vulgar. Why were we doing that?
It started off about the sauna. And it just went from there.
No, I'm talking about
way back then?
Way back when on the other channel.
That's because it was just free. Yeah.
We cleaned it up. We've cleaned up considerably.
Right. So this is our clean version.
When we throw some stuff out there today, I feel very comfortable.
I would love to check out some of those old episodes.
Oh yeah.
It's on Project Unk, Project UNK, Two Sides and Then the Truth.
Yes.
And but yeah, it's not this. We were much more refined. We were much more professional.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were vulgar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've gotten a chance to know you intimately. For somebody who's shy, you opened up quite well.
Absolutely.
Right. And we've enjoyed the conversation with
Thank you.
like totally. And that's what we want you to be comfortable and be free because we're all humans and we all interact with the opposite sex. Okay. You know, if that's your preference, and some same sex. So we don't knock any of it.
You're right.
So now, as we kind of get geared towards wrapping up, we want you to just talk to us and tell us about the projects you have coming up.
Okay.
We want you to talk to us about the internet radio show that you have and just some of the things you have going on with you, and let the people know how they can support you.
Okay, you can support me by just being yourself and being real. That's off the top. Right now I'm in the process of making my EP. I'm making an EP right now.
Okay.
My first single will be released with Devin the Dude. Shouts out to Devin.
I saw
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm also working with Slim Thug on a song or two. So shouts out to them. It's just 6 songs. So I'm just gonna probably have 2 features.
Like we gonna support you.
Absolutely.
We got you.
Thank you. I'm working on that as well. As far as my radio station is concerned, I'm open to the public. Whatever you might need, if you need online radio, if you need my radio station to come to you, I'm also mobile. Just be able to reach out to me at homesteadslim@gmail.com, whatever you might need, whatever your concerns may be. If there's any problems in the community, anything that you feel need to be brought to attention or be highlighted, please contact Homestead Slim, and we will make sure that we promote that to the top. I want to give a special shout out to my nonprofit, Raise the Praise 100. Raise the Praise is a nonprofit. Okay. I'd like to give a shout out to the people in Atlanta. We go to Atlanta yearly. We be winning awards too in Atlanta with Raise the Praise.
Awesome.
That's the Spin Awards. The Spin Awards.
Okay, and you say cool. We. So some of the people that I met when I went to the radio station.
No, my business partner. He's a very side. If he could walk in a room, nobody know who he is. His truck. He has his own truck as well. But he run here 7 days a week. He has to have a driver with him. He's rarely in town. He does all the audio.
So he's kind of like Slim from Cash Money.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha.
Basically. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the name from?
But I'm not baby though. I'm not baby.
Give your paw a kiss.
I'm not baby. But with that being said, a TV network, I would love to have some of your old shows that's very ratchet.
Yes.
The TV network will be launched basically in May and April. If you tune in right now, at 6 o'clock we had Superfly. At 8 o'clock we had Boys in the Hood. 10 o'clock is going to be Barely. So these are the kind of
Hold
things.
on. So you've licensed?
I'm licensed.
Go ahead.
I'm licensed to play any
Slim, I didn't know that, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes,
We're
sir.
so proud of you.
Thank you. But
we
I'm
gonna
also,
clap it up.
But I'm also looking for shows such as this.
Yes.
Podcasts, miniseries.
I saw the Queen and Slim.
That was one of my favorite movies. I ain't gonna even lie. I love it.
I have a Queen and Slim show that we're doing this based around.
Really?
Yes. And if you see the pictures for the show, we took the same exact pictures that they took. The same exact frames or scenes. We actually use those for promo. Queen and Slim is actually a collaboration. Shouts out to Lovey. I'm about to leave. When I leave here, I'm gonna go to. She's a female owner of her own radio station.
Wow.
I love her to death. And what we did, we collaborated to help the indie artists to teach them more about the business aspect of it. The show consists of Powwow will be a guest one week, then I have Slim Thug. I have the people that I know will come in and mentor some of the young artists and give them a good talking to or what they feel like they need to do. So that's the basis of the show, Queen and Slim. Shouts out to Lovey. And she does most of the writing for the descriptive things that we do. And as my silent partner, he does the filming and things like that, which also ties into our TV network, film network that we putting together. So we also create our own shows. With that being said, I would love to have y'all show on the network.
We would love it.
I would love that. I would we would just go down with the paperwork to make sure y'all get y'all royalties, get your money, things like that. Those are the kind of things that I'm trying to give back.
Because you mentioned some of this when I went to the studio, but we were doing a whole bunch.
I'm big on that. I mean, I feel like this costs.
Yeah,
it costs,
yes, it does.
and it's much easier when it pays for itself.
Yes,
absolutely.
And once you get to that point, you can expand and you could reach out to Cat Williams PR and say, well, look, I have this.
Exactly.
10,000 for you to come.
But you know what? I think I might go and see what he has.
Right.
Chon and Chon.
Right.
These are pretty good, but y'all have the worst questions ever.
They do us like he did Willie D. Whoa. I would never want to be done like that. I hope you don't feel that way about us. I
really feel like
made you feel comfortable.
I really feel like I came here with the expectations of this being a great show.
Yes.
And I would say that I'm way above that. I feel I really had fun. I'm really shy, and to open up with you guys the way I did is rare. I want to congratulate you guys on a beautiful setup. Thank you. I want to congratulate you guys also on just being who you are. I mean, you have a wonderful, beautiful spirit. And you're a very good, very great host. I could see big things for you in the future.
And she's a natural for this shit.
Yes, she's natural. Yeah. She's natural. And I could say to my brother, I don't leave. You're my brother. Anything you might need, man. You have a great voice. You have you have what they call, and it's rare, you have what they call, both of y'all have what they call the it factor. Meaning that y'all, I feel like y'all could go in any room and be a sponge or basically all carry the room, whatever decision y'all wanted to do.
Whatever needs to be done.
Whatever needs to be done, y'all could pull that off. I feel like y'all are a great team. Y'all chemistry together is amazing.
Thank you.
And I don't see no way in how hell y'all not gonna rise, man. And
we appreciate
things like that. And I really see that. I don't give props to people like that, but I really see what y'all doing here and the chemistry, the setup, the vibe. It's a beautiful thing, man. And don't ever let nobody tell you that you don't have enough or you're going the wrong direction. And don't ever belittle yourself to think that you're not on the right path. What you're seeking will come. It just takes time and it takes persistence and surrounding yourself with the right people. And I feel like that's what you're doing. Like I say, man, I'm your brother, man. We gonna rock. And
I love it.
Shouts out to Lil Ron. And also this Friday, my homie Lafayette is 3. We call ourselves the 3 Kings. I don't know if y'all met Lafayette.
You told
I
me.
haven't.
No, I haven't met
Where we
Lafayette.
need to be at to meet Lafayette?
Tomorrow night.
Okay.
And he told me to bring people with him, with me. So he's having an event tomorrow night. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a networking event all weekend long. He has a beautiful studio space that that y'all would probably love to see.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm down.
15 minutes. It's 15 minutes from here. 20 minutes from here. And I'd love for y'all to be my guest and be introduce y'all. And not only not to cut y'all, but not only will I be there, but it will be no less than 50 other major media moguls in the same boat, and we kind of network. And there's so many events that he's doing from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I would love for y'all to be my guest if y'all could come through. Shouts out to Lafayette. It's called One Sound Vibe, that's if y'all want to look it up. And he also has top 5 recording studio in the city called One Sound Vibe Studio. I mean, he's doing major things.
We're there. We would love to be your guest.
I would love for you to come.
Yes.
And y'all introduce y'all to the other part of the 3 Kings.
I love it. I love it. That is so awesome.
That is
4. That's right.
Don't make me a king yet.
That's right. Sean, can you
take
take me and the king, please? Take that shit.
I love
Golly. Dude.
I love her, man.
Finish, Slim. We're listening. Yeah, we're going to be where you said we're going to be at.
Thank you. It's One Sound Vibe tomorrow. He told me to bring people in, and what we do there is that we all come together. We share ideas, and we get it in. Okay. He has a clothing line. You could put your stores in his. You can put your items in his stores. He builds websites. I do most of the apps for the people, and you'll see that everybody.
So you're an app builder as well.
I build my own house.
You just a man of many talents.
I built my own house.
Now,
wow.
Along that line, so I meant to mention this earlier.
Okay.
You are auditioned or are auditioning for a movie.
Right. Shouts out to Jackal. It's based on a life story. I'm actually in 4 Tubi movies as we speak. You go to Tubi and check out. Not major roles, but
still be in it.
Yeah, it's something that I've grown to love over the getting out of my shyness.
Yeah.
I love acting, man.
Really?
I do. It's just something about when the lights come on and you get to get in character mode. You read the script and be like, man, this reminds me of Uncle Roy.
So
since I can relate, what I'm saying, to those type things. So I'm auditioning for that role. It'll be next Sunday. I'm gonna get the role. You know what I'm saying? Don't
That's
can't
right.
nothing hold me down.
I already claimed that.
And many more.
Yeah.
I'm still doing my Queen and Slim thing. So acting is just something that I'm branching out into, and that's why when you came, I had other people at the radio station. So they'll be able to have shows and things like that while I branch out and do other things. So that's why I was saying earlier that you have to drop those seeds. And they love what they do, and I love it.
Because I came in with the interview with the mother. Then he turned over the show to one of his what's the word for it? Co-host.
Yeah.
And was showing her what to do. He walked off.
I know that's right.
Went in the adjoining room and start just talking shop and stuff. So
gotcha.
You got your hands in a lot, but not only that, you're really doing your thing, man.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're putting your best foot forward. Now, it's some stuff that you've told us about, even before the camera cut on. We're not aware of it.
Okay.
So you get into the space, and sometimes it starts off as a glorified hobby.
Right.
Okay.
Then it progresses, and you're like, wait a minute. We need to do this and do that.
Okay.
Until you put yourself in the company of other people that know what they're doing.
Right.
You don't know what it is you're not doing.
Exactly.
Right. And so having you saying the stuff that you're telling me, the things that I've picked up from Lil Ron not only got this equipment for us, he actually changed the entire editing software that I normally use. I went from Final Cut Pro. I told you I had to learn how to do DaVinci Resolve.
Yes.
DaVinci is great. Have you tried Premiere Pro?
I have not yet.
Great.
Better than DaVinci?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I use.
I get it. I mean, I'm open to. And it's also because I've had people tell me that it's okay to have all 3.
you can't go wrong.
Right. And so you may have one editing software that does something better than or it's easier to work with this to do this thing.
Right.
Which is why I don't bother Lil Ron.
But see,
unless I have
not to cut you off, but I do understand that no one is going to have the same passion for your dream. That's your dream. But you meet very rare individuals, and I consider myself one. I consider Lil Ron one and Lafayette one. So these people will break their backs to make sure that they give you the shirt off their back.
Yeah.
And with that being said, you have workaholic. I think I'm a workaholic. Like you say, I sit in the studio. I put the cable TV on and go to sleep and go to work from now. You know, I do it all the time.
You used to do that at your art studio.
But with that being said, man,
to be here,
what I did find out, what I didn't hear you say, is that sometimes it be us, and that we don't always give that person an actual chance to do it as well. Sometimes we have to understand, like you say, I understand that they don't have our passion, true. But we also have to be more lenient because of that. So with that, what I'm trying to say is that
that's good talk.
I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, it's something in them that believe for them to be there.
Right.
You have to ignite that fire to keep them there.
Okay. So once again, don't.
Because it's your dream. It's your dream. It's not their dream. So anyone that's gonna come on board to help you with your dream, you have to be a little more lenient and show them and talk to them. Well, look, you know, in about 2 weeks, I'm finna put this up here. And you have to incorporate them in the dream. You just can't say, well, come work my camera. You have to say, well, you know, I'm gonna have such and such here. I need you to work the camera, and then, you know, after that, I need you. You have to incorporate them all the way fully into it without giving too much to where they just say the hell with you and run off and take the dream too as well. So it's a fine.
That's some good wisdom.
It's a fine line.
Yeah.
I've been there.
That's some good wisdom.
I've been there. So as you see, I have people work with me. I work with them. I show them such and stuff. I don't give them everything, but I let them know. Okay, well, guess what? We gonna all go to the theater Sunday, and I'm gonna show y'all how to film on the red carpet. I incorporate them in everything that 90% of what I'm doing. I never let the right hand know what I'm doing.
Come on now.
But I do give them more because it's my dream.
That's right. That's some good. That's some good stuff. Okay, just absorb. We sponges.
And that kind of does go back to what you were saying about the coaching.
Yeah,
right. So, well, you know, you have the two players.
Yes, sir.
One, you got to do a little bit more. The other one is going to take to it.
Yes, sir.
Wisdom,
a lot easier.
Yes, sir.
Slim, I heard you.
I love it.
I heard you.
Thank you, man.
Okay.
He wrapped that show up with that wisdom.
Yeah, I really don't have shit else to say.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
I just want to say I had a great time, and we're going to do this on Street 100.
That's right.
As soon as possible. As soon as y'all able to book it. I can't wait to have you guys.
We on your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait to have you. I can't wait to do it, and we'll just top up a little game. Maybe before y'all come in, we go out and have something to eat or something like that.
Yeah.
And I love eating.
Me too.
Me too. Can't you tell?
It's my love language.
Stop doing that.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to get rid of some of this, but yeah.
That's why you don't need to be dating online.
We're not ending this podcast about my online dating. With that being said, we totally enjoyed you being here. You were food for the soul. You've dropped nuggets. You've been a gem to us.
Thank you.
We formed a whole relationship. Yeah, you already had one with Chon, and for this to be our intro together, like, I mean, you're awesome, and I appreciate you.
And
we
while
appreciate
I'm on
you.
camera, I would like to invite y'all tomorrow night to One Sound Vibe. It's a great networking event. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I'm 100% going. I go to the gym at 5.
Yeah.
I just need to.
Just tell me what time to be here.
I plan to be there. We could do 7, 8.
Okay. That's a bet.
7, 8. I'll make sure I shoot you the address.
Yep.
We'll meet right there.
Absolutely. That's the plan.
And we'll walk in together. I'll introduce you to my homeboy Lafayette. Y'all gonna love Lafayette.
How do we need to dress?
That's my next question.
I mean, one sound vibe is one sound vibe. I mean, you come as you are. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be professional people there as well.
Exactly.
I think y'all attire is great tonight.
Okay.
That's great. I'm gonna be very casual. Might wear some tennis shoes.
Exactly.
Unless I'm wearing like a Ralph Lauren polo shirt, I wear my own gear.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to, especially in events like this. And I can guarantee y'all this: y'all gonna meet some of the most amazing people.
I believe that.
And you're going to meet people that's going to be able to help you and talk to you about whatever the situation may be, because that's what one sound vibe is. That's exactly what it is.
I love it.
And I just can't wait to see y'all tomorrow and introduce y'all to the other, because it's more to it. It's me and LeBron, but it's more of us.
Exactly.
You know?
And
I can't wait.
I'll
I'm
say
excited.
one more thing before we wrap it up. Sean knows I'm an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do my best shit when I'm by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
I'm happier when I'm by myself. So while I can turn it on, I can be charming, I can be articulate and stuff, it's sometimes a chore.
Okay.
To get out and just do the whole networking thing. I think that's my weakness.
Yeah.
In fact.
And remember,
it
we
won't
said
be.
we were going to do more networking. Remember, we talked.
You
We said we
have
need to get into more networking.
You have to.
So like the coaching he's talking about I should be doing, so you got to make me.
Yeah.
Not make me, but you got to be like, hey, Sean, let's, you know. You don't have to. But what I'm saying is, so it's difficult. It's a chore. That's all the rest of the shit, I just sit down and figure it out.
Right.
But to actually get out and do it, because it's out of my comfort zone, it's a little different.
Yeah. Okay.
The fact that you talk about how shy you are,
Right.
maybe introverted.
Okay.
And when the lights come on,
Right.
you do it.
That's him all day long.
It showed me something.
Right.
So, because it's similar with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not that I can't do it. It's just that you get comfortable
Right.
doing what you do.
Yeah.
I could just say y'all by tomorrow night, so many people are gonna come up to y'all and ask you about you. So don't shy away from it. That this is what I do. This is what I'm building, and they're gonna be trying to sponsorships, things like that. I mean, you're gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it.
I'm excited already.
Well, I'm 100% going.
Yeah.
Thank you.
100% going.
We'll be there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So y'all be my guests.
Yes,
And when I
your
get in the car, I'm
guests.
gonna call F in and say I got 2 wonderful guests coming with me tomorrow night.
Yes.
You know what I'm
We'll be
saying?
there with Bill's on.
Thanks.
We're excited. Thank you for the invite.
What?
Thank
I
you.
would have it no other way. I would have it no
Yes.
other way. And I just want to be a part of what y'all doing, and I would like for y'all to be a part of what I'm doing, because I feel
That's
like
awesome.
the more the merrier. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are great people.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Real
Thank
great
you.
people.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Great
So
people,
are
man.
you. You've
Yeah,
just been a
for having me.
blessing.
So, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. We had the wonderful, the exciting, who says he's shy but didn't act like it on camera at all. Okay. Homestead Slim gracing us with his presence at the Social Drinkers Podcast Studio. Sean and I thank you all. Sean and I thank you, Slim, for coming to be here with us.
No problem.
And we look forward for y'all to get more of our content.
Absolutely.
Coming soon. Follow us on our YouTube channel, the Social Drinkers Podcast.
And follow us on TikTok, Project Unk, 01 Levette, Lovett, also on TikTok.
Yep.
We have a Social Drinkers Podcast Facebook page,
Yes.
and
That's it.
that's it.
That's it.
All right.
Peace.
Peace out.
Thank y'all.
It's the Social Drinkers Podcast.